There's a lot of dirty business going on in this department that needs to be revealed.
It was former Department of Corrections officer Eric Santos that came forward during last Friday's oversight hearing, testifying about a climate of corruption. To back it up, he submitted pictures and documents to Senator Brant McCready's office.
These are different type of infractions with Department of Corrections officers. And I can tell you right now that smoking is prohibited. It's a self-mandate by the prison and the prison director. I know it's also contraband when it comes to anybody having cigarettes in the prison. And that's probably, or that is one of the infractions on the picture where you see a Department of Corrections officer smoking a cigarette.
Smoking has been prohibited on the facility since 2005. These latest pictures follow these videos and pictures KUAM received and turned into DOC Director Jose San Agustin last week. First, a video of a maximum security inmate giving a foot massage to a corrections officer. Another video of several DOC officers in their uniforms in the chapel singing and playing instruments that are typically used by inmates during their church services. And then there's these pictures KUAM also received of a maximum security inmate sitting next to an officer holding and looking at a cell phone. In one picture, the DOC officer is awake, the other, he's sleeping. During Friday's oversight hearing, DOC Director San Agustin defended overworked staff and took full responsibility for the deficiencies at his agency, including the recent escape of an accused murderer who beat and bound a woman during his moment of freedom. Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz has oversight of the Department of Corrections. He says he has several concerns.
They're in dire straits or some kind of inept management that it doesn't matter whether or not there's a state of emergency. If they are really understaffed, then they really need to do something about immediately filling the vacancies. Especially their SOP is going to mean that there's a follow card to every van that has prisoners in them to make sure they don't escape.
Meanwhile, Senator McCready says with the additional pictures he's received, he plans on asking the director for an overhaul of their procedures.
Obviously, he said that they're not in a state of emergency, but I am going to ask him 3 days after the oversight to call a complete reform of his institution, his policies, his procedures, and protocol when it comes to addressing problems.
DOC, in the meantime, has 10 days to respond to the committee's questions, which were left unanswered at the oversight, at which time the additional photos may be addressed. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jolene Tovis.